Hi everyone! So today I thought I would do a 50 fun slash random facts about me. I realise this bunting is kind of on my head, but I thought it kind of looked quite fun, and because this is the fun facts about me, I thought we should have it in a slightly different setting. So here we are. I am going to try and get through these quite quickly because 50 is a lot and I do not want to bore all of you, and equally I don't want to end up with like a 50-minute video because who wants to see me for 50 minutes? Especially when I look as tired as I do. I do apologise for that. Anyway, I'll be quiet now. Well, I won't because I need to speak, but I will get on with the 50 facts. I'm 21 years old and my birthday is the 7th of October, which makes me a Libran, and I think I am kind of like one because I'm very indecisive. Libran is the one that's like a scale, so we can't quite make up our mind. I'm made up of loads of different nationalities, so my favourite one is that I am slightly Native American, but I'm also half Singaporean, half American, and then also like French and Swedish. My middle name is Zamaya, which is so unusual, but basically when my mum was working as a travel agent, she was working with someone who was called Zamaya as their first name, and she and my dad really liked the sound of it. When I was younger, I really wanted to be an author, but also sometimes I wanted to be an illustrator as well, and I also wanted to be a director or possibly an actress. I was torn between doing economics and psychology at university, although I also considered English, and in the end I went for psychology. I don't eat fish, and I haven't since I was about 10 years old because I watched Finding Nemo and decided that I really liked fish as the creatures that they are and that I couldn't possibly eat them. My parents are divorced, and when I was 11 my dad moved to America with his job. So as a result, I would fly out to visit him, and I flew by myself for the first time when I was 11, although I did have like someone from the airline to help me, which was great because I got to skip all the queues. I've travelled to 13 different countries. I'm allergic to cats, but I've always actually had a cat since I was born, and I've just had to put up with like a runny nose, but I love them. I used to be really scared of dogs, and I still kind of am, especially if I don't know the dog, but I'm a lot better now. In the summer of my second year, I was a cleaner for 3 months. 3 months! But it was really well paid, so it was kind of worth it, and some of my friends did it too. I used to ice skate 2 times a week. I got my ears pierced when I was like 14, 15, but I decided I really didn't like it, and I found that they really hurt my ears, so I let them heal over. The first artist I saw in concert was Christina Aguilera, and after that it was Justin Timberlake. I have actually put on 1.5 stones since coming to university, but I did start running when I came to uni, and when I first started in January, I could barely run a mile, and within 3 months I could run 10k, and since then I've ran in 2 10k races. I was baptised and confirmed at the same time when I was about 14, 15. So you know how when babies get baptised they just get like dunked in water? Obviously they couldn't do that with me, so just my forehead got dunked, but it was still kind of embarrassing. I didn't have a TV when I was growing up. Talking of TV programmes, I do have a favourite one, which is also like my guilty pleasure, and it's called Dance Mums. My favourite author when I was younger was Jacqueline Wilson, remember her? I had all of her books and I was obsessed, but now the one that I've read the most of would be Jodie Picoult. I have asthma and all year round hay fever. In my first year of uni, I would fall asleep in my lectures. Not because I wasn't engaged or I wasn't interested, but for some reason I just couldn't help it. I was in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince because they filmed it at the cathedral, which was attached to my school, so I got to be an extra, and I was in Hufflepuff. This is a really weird one, but my lips seem to get really dry and not very nice unless I use lip balm from Paperchase, which is really weird seeing as it's a stationery shop. I have never ridden on a horse, but I have ridden on an elephant when I was in Singapore. I did Latin and Greek for GCSE. Sound like such a nerd. But I don't know the Greek alphabet, which is really embarrassing. Like, I know the really common ones like alpha, beta, theta, but I would really struggle to like do them in order and to know absolutely all of them. The thing is though, you don't really need to know what they're called to do the language, but for some reason everyone finds this really silly. Talking of languages, I really enjoyed learning languages at school. I did French for like the first few years, and then I did Spanish, Latin, and Greek for GCSE, and then I did Spanish at A level. But I've also taken Mandarin classes. I did some exams in that. I failed my 11 plus exam because, well, this is my excuse. I used to live in Surrey and they don't have grammar schools in Surrey. And so suddenly we realised we were moving to Gloucestershire where they have grammar schools. And all of a sudden I had to take this strange test, which I'd never heard of. So obviously I didn't prepare for it at all. But I then got into the grammar school quite easily at sixth form. I can't sing in front of other people, and I don't think I'm a particularly bad singer. I just get really self-conscious, so whenever I drive anywhere by myself, I like take it as an opportunity to just belt it out. Honestly, it's really quite embarrassing. If you ever see me on the motorway, I apologise now, because I'm just there and I'm like, and then I'm dancing and people are like, what is she doing? I have to have a shower in the evening. I didn't do chemistry for GCSE. That's not a very interesting one, but most people find that quite strange. I did biology and physics. I have never had anything done to my teeth. Touch wood. There's no wood here. I really get quite worried when I travel by train because I don't understand train stations. They seem quite illogical to me. Like this one time I was in Reading station and I could not find the platforms anywhere. I mean, how can you not find the platforms? So I was like just wandering backwards and forwards, and then I saw this man and he looked like he knew where he was going. He was quite like confident, dressed in a suit. So I was like, well, I'll follow him, you know, he's probably going to the platform. Anyway, turns out he was going to the toilet. Not my finest of moments. I have held a baby alligator. I love breakfast. I cannot go without it. When I get tired, I get really tired. And sometimes, like, if I eat something, that will make it better. But other times, I just need to sleep. Prosecco is my favourite alcoholic drink. I have never been good at team sports. Why would I want to run after a ball? I have no desire to, or whatever it is. When I was learning to drive, I had to get, well, I didn't have to, but I ended up getting my own car because both my mum and my stepdad drive automatics. It's quite a funny car. It's a Suzuki Wagon R. Everyone at school would call it the wagon. It kind of looks like a postman Pat van. I continued all of my AS levels to A2 level because I really enjoyed them all. I was a bit crazy. I have been going out with my boyfriend Dan for almost 2 years. In fact, it'll be 2 years in a couple of weeks' time. I am not taller than either of my parents. I am 5'5", which is respectable, I think. I don't like toffee or fudge, which I think is really sad. I never used to eat lamb because I felt really sorry for the animals because I thought they were really cute. Obviously, you could say the same about lots of animals, but I just focused on lamb. But now I've kind of gone over that because it tastes too good. Sorry to all you vegetarians out there. Don't try and convert me, I'm quite an easy target. I often faint when I'm in pain. It's a bit embarrassing. I always make scrapbooks when I go on holiday, which I know is a little bit, might sound a bit sad, but I love making them. Lists always make me feel better. So sad, but they really, really do. So I hope you enjoyed these 50 fun but random facts about me. Sorry I had a bit of a croaky throat. It does that when I'm tired, and I'm really quite tired. If you have any more questions for me, please comment below. Please like as well, and then subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!